Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I talked before a lot about my upcoming Let's Play, and I'm going to be playing a stealthy character, and I'm going to be playing a character that I call a necrosassin, which is a necromancer assassin hybrid. And to that end, there are some mods out there that can make this type of gameplay a little more interesting. So, one of the mods I've already talked about before is realistic AI detection. I'll put a link to that one in the description. We really aren't going to be able to see the effects of that because my character is a level 1 and has no sneak skill at all. But it improves the AI's detection parameters, so their sight is improved, especially around light sources, and their hearing is improved. So it's going to make sneaking a little bit harder and a little more challenging, but a lot more realistic, because sneaking in the base game is so easy that at a certain point it won't even be fun anymore. So that's one. But again, we're not really going to be able to see that because my character's, a level 1 with no sneak skill. This is a COC character. The other 3 mods we're going to be taking a look at today are Predator Vision, Sneak Tools, and there's one that has 2 mods on the mod page. There's one called Collect Bear Traps and one called Collect Bodies. So we're going to take a look at those 3 today. Now, the Collect Bear Traps, you can craft your own bear traps. I've already bought some ingredients from Alvor here.
Whatever you need. My use near if it's simple and strong.
3 iron ingots and some leather strips.
Weapon ready.
We'll make a few of those. And you can see there's another item here that's called a blackjack. This is part of the sneak tools. So go ahead and grab one of those. And let's head over to Embershard Mine. That place is always fun. Alright, so we're here in Embershard Mine. First I want to talk about is Predator Vision. Now, this mod has been around for a long time. I think it was originally developed prior to Special Edition. So it's been around for a long time, but it's a great mod. I've been using it for years. It's a mod by Gopher. He has a very large channel, so you've probably heard of him. He has a few other mods in addition to this one. But what this does is it gives the player thermal vision and night eye. So you don't have to be a werewolf to have the hunter's vision, or vampire or Khajiit to get night eye. You can get it through using this mod, and it gives you 3 ways to obtain it. 2 are in spell form and 1 is from a potion. Now, the spells, they come in 2 varieties. There's a concentration spell, which is kind of like, well, if you think of, Detect Life, for example, you have to press and hold the key to keep it active. And there's also a Fire and Forget spell, so you just cast it once and it'll last for a set period of time. I tried to give myself, using console commands, the books so we can see a little more detail about them, and the potions, but it doesn't seem to recognize the IDs that I looked up in the creation kit. So, but that's okay, because there is a cheat command in the MCM. And speaking of the MCM, we'll take a quick look at that. And you've got a number of options here. You can change the keys you want to activate it. I actually kind of like these 2. And for the night vision, you can adjust the brightness and the saturation. And the Predator Vision, which is the hunter's vision, I guess, you can adjust brightness and saturation there as well. There's some other options over here. I'm using the cheats right now because, again, I couldn't give myself the books. And as far as the potions go, you can craft potions to make the thermal imaging, which is the Predator Vision one. You need Saber Cat Eye and Vampire Dust. And for night vision, you need Glow Dust and Wolf Eye. And Wolf Eye is it's an item that's added. It's not a vanilla ingredient. It's one that's added. But some of those items are a little difficult to get by, Glow Dust especially. So check the alchemist whenever you go into town. That's the best source for that stuff. I've used the console commands. Let me grab some of these torches here and make it a little bit darker so we can see a little more of what this mod does. And I'm going to go into snake mode. I don't want those guys down there to detect us just yet. So predator vision, if I turn it on, there it is. You can see them right there. And again, you can adjust the saturation and brightness to get this where you want it. Keep in mind that the saturation is, it's weird how that works, because I think it adjusts the saturation of the entire scene and not just the characters that are being lit up. But it looks like detect life, but this works on thermal imaging, so it will not work for things like vampires, and because I don't think vampires and Draugr have body heat, but it will work for Dwemer automatons, so that's kind of interesting. But if you use the fire and forget spell or the potion, you can toggle it on and off. So you can see how playing stealthy, how this would be very, very helpful. Now, Night Eye works like pretty similar to what the Khajiit and the vampires have. You can see it lights the place up pretty good. Again, brightness and saturation can be adjusted, and if you use the concentration spell or the potion during the time that's active, you can turn it on and turn it off at will. And if you say you've got both of them going, you can switch back and forth between them. So there's Night Eye. Switch to Predator Vision. If I turn off Predator Vision, it goes back to Night Eye because I still had that one active, which is absolutely fantastic. Love this mod. Even if I'm not playing stealthy, I still have this mod. It's been in my load order for years, so highly, highly recommend it. Next is a mod called Sneak Tools. Now, I've only been experimenting with this one a little bit today. There's a number of different items this one offers, and again, I'm using, well, let me show you the this one has a mod configuration menu as well. There's some general information in here. I'm not going to go through all of that stuff, but what I've done over here is I've given myself all the arrows. That's the main thing we're going to be looking at here. I'm not going to mess around with the cowl and the masks, but there is a mask that will hide your identity. So if you have the mask on, if you commit a crime, if nobody saw you put the mask on and nobody sees you take the mask off, the crime is attached to the mask and not to you. So essentially, if you're outside the city and no one sees you, you put the mask on, you can walk into town, commit a crime, run away, hide where nobody can see you, take the mask off, and you can walk back in town and nobody knows you committed the crime. That's how it's supposed to work. I'm not 100% convinced that works. There's just too many things that I've read that suggest that there's problems with that, especially when it comes to the vanilla hoods and helmets that you can apply this enchantment to. So I'm not actually going to look at that one right now, but we are going to look at the arrows and the blackjack, and this is pretty interesting. There are several different arrows here. We've got a fire arrow that will ignite things, obviously. There is a noisemaker arrow. The AI will go investigate the noise. It's not a whole lot more than just plinking an arrow in a wall and them going in checking out that sound. It seems to me that the older version of this made a louder sound and it lasted longer. This one's a little bit more brief, but it's probably a little better than just dropping an arrow in the wall. You've got an oil arrow. This will drop a pool of oil on the ground, which is really helpful because if the AI's moving towards it, you could then shoot a fire arrow into it, set that oil on fire, and we're going to do that. That sounds way too much fun. And we've got water arrows that can be used to douse light sources. And we're going to try this. And you also can reignite light sources with the fire arrows. So first thing I'll say is, well, I've already grabbed all of those. Let's see, I don't want to shoot that because that's going to get their attention. What I want to do right now is I want to show how the blackjack works. So, because my sneaking stinks, I'm going to get our weight down a little bit.
You worried someone will wander in here? The entrance isn't exactly hidden, you know. This again?
So we're going to wait. When those guys are done talking, one guy's going to walk up there, the other guy's going to go there and lay down, and we're going to try and knock him out.
Your shift is coming up, and I don't want you dozing off again like last time.
Let me see, here. Just in case I need to remain undetected in order for this to really work well. Okay, so there he goes. Okay, that guy's laying down. Alright, let's see if I can sneak up on this guy. This is not very easy to do. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's let him settle down.
Hello? Who's there?
Ah, damn it. Alright, well that didn't work for that one, so let's try, let's try the other guy that's sleeping. This is hit or miss. I've tried this several times, and sometimes it works. And sometimes they still detect me, so... Oops, wrong key. So that's why I'm walking right now. Slowing down a little bit. Now we're going to see the knockout. And he's out. And we can pickpocket his stuff. And he'll be out for the next 5 minutes. So there you go, blackjack in action. Now, the other mod that is on the mod page for the bear traps is called Collect Bodies. And this is really great because if you go into sneak mode, you go to search the body, it's going to give you this option. You can collect the body. Boom. Now I've got him in my inventory. And if we look, there he is in a little casket. But this is really helpful if you're going to be playing a necromancer, because sometimes you'll want to raise a body, but it's not where you want it. And then as you're moving along trying to stay stealthy, any zombie that's following you around, it's going to get detected, and it's going to get you detected. So instead of just picking up a body and kind of carrying it or dragging it somewhere, you can pick them up, put them in your inventory, and then drop them where you need them, back off, and then hit it with a reanimate spell from a safe distance. And if you got them close enough to the enemies, they're gonna hear that, and they're gonna run over and stand there until that thing gets reanimated, and then the fight's on, which is exactly what you want. You want to be in the shadows and letting your zombies do the action. So we're going to take a look at another arrow here. This is the oil arrow. Now these guys that come through here, sometimes they show up and sometimes they don't. Actually, let me try something else here first. The water arrow that can be used to douse light sources. When it comes to the torches, they've been kind of hit and miss, but this one's been working pretty well here. Boom, it's out. Awesome. Fire arrow. And it's back on. Yeah, this is great. Water arrow. Doused. Alright. Now, the oil arrows. This will drop a patch of oil. Sometimes these guys come through here and sometimes they don't. Nope, not this time. I don't get it, man. You know what? I've got another idea. Let's try some bear traps. We do have the bear trap mod in. Because we know we have a bandit around the corner.
Huh?
They're already detected.
That's the best you can do.
Well, you know, like I said, my sneak skill stinks. Okay, you gotta be in sneak mode. Alright. Well, let's try this again, see if I can manage to get this right without messing it up. Let's see. We want to douse that torch. Again, these have been kind of hit and miss on the torches. Alright, that one worked. This might get their attention, but let's try it. Nope. Alright. So we got a guy down there on the forge. Let's see if we can't light him up a little. We'll drop some oil right there.
What was that?
Ah. Hopefully that one hasn't seen us yet. Tell you what, let's try an oil arrow down at this end of the bridge. And let's try the noisemaker to get him to run down there. And then the fire arrow. Now supposedly you can use these on people. But I think he's gonna end up dying anyway. Oh, it worked that time. It's been really finicky when I've tested this one. It seems like, well, I was testing it on giants, but it seems like the fire arrow has to hit in almost the exact same spot as the oil arrow, but you can really set people on fire like that. Alright, let's get a little night eye. Now we've got one more to look at. Oh, we didn't really see the bear traps in action too much. Well, I mean, I think you have to be in sneak mode, but oh, I didn't mean to do that. This is a little finicky. Yeah. Damn it. See what I mean? It's there. It's a little finicky, but the idea with this is you can drop a few of these bear traps in, you know, like maybe a small tunnel, then fire one of those noisemaker arrows in there and get the AI to run through it. And oh, I got brain rot from a trap. That's no good. And you can pick them up just like that. Alright, one more arrow to look at, and this is the rope arrow. This one is a pretty neat idea, and I've had mixed results with this one as well. I mean, it works, but it's, well, you'll see. Let me show you what's happened. There's the arrow. You shoot the arrow up there. Arrow, give it a couple seconds. And usually you have to press the E key multiple times to get up here. The problem is once you're up here, what do? And you have to kind of use the jump command and the forward sort of at the same time. Yeah, see what I mean? I haven't quite worked it out yet. Let me try it again. Come on, get up there. Alright, made it. So there you go. Rope arrows, and they work all over the place. You know, I can pop one up here and give it a couple seconds and it'll drop down. Now if you try to move, you'll fall down. But, you know, if nothing else, you can look around and see what's going on. Now, if I try to back up or go forward, you drop down. But you could see how something like that would be really, really helpful. Now, these things will despawn after a couple of days. Also, we don't need him anymore. So you can see how this would be really helpful. Dropping a body where you want it, then back away, then reanimate it from a safe distance. Very helpful. A lot of fun. Now the whole thing with the oil and the fire arrows that can make things a little bit easy. So, you know, I guess it's up to the user to decide just how much they want to use those. Again, night vision on and off. And this one, like the predator vision, you'll have to adjust those if you're going to use these. Adjust them to where you like them. This light level is actually pretty good. I may play around with the saturation a little bit, but this is pretty good. One other thing about these, if you collect the body, whatever the body is carrying gets added to your inventory. And I think the body only has a weight of 1, but whatever they're carrying also gets added to your inventory, so you can get yourself over encumbered by carrying around bodies. And believe it or not, there's the number of bodies you can carry around is 100. Yeah, 100. I'm not sure why anybody would need to carry around that many, but I guess you can. Is this going to be one of those torches that doesn't work? Oh, there it goes. So when do you need to be stealthy and there's a light source in your way? Now you can do something about it. Turning back on has been a bit of a challenge. There it goes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, we've looked at bear traps, we've collected bodies, we looked at several different ropes and the blackjack from Sneak Tools, and we've looked at predator vision and night eye. These are three that I think are going to really enhance the gameplay. It's just going to give the player a few more options, and I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. So, you know, I went in and tested these things before making the video and figured out how to get everything working just right, and it's looking pretty good. So far so good, no problems yet. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you found it interesting and helpful, and if you found these mods interesting, make sure to head over to their mod page and give it a look and try them out for yourself. And if you like it, don't forget to endorse the mod authors. They put a ton of work into making these things, and they do it for free. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you next time.